Hello, students, and welcome to today's social studies lesson. Our lesson today is on our weather and climate. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify and define key words related with weather. Examine the use of weather instruments and distinguish between weather and climate. Before we proceed, let's think about it. What are some words that come to your mind when you hear the word weather? Yes, rain, hurricane, snow, sunny. You're right, forecast. Yes, the word temperature. Here are some vocabulary words that you will find throughout this lesson. They are subtropical, weather, climate, thermometer, meteorologist, rain gauge, wind vane, and barometer. Today, students, you will need to be detectives also, because you will need to use context clues to define these vocabulary words. Are you ready? Let's continue. What is weather? Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a certain time and place. Weather is predicted for only a few days because weather is always changing. What's the weather like today, students? Do you think we would be able to predict the weather for the next 2 months? No, because weather is always changing. Students, do you know what the word meteorologist means? I'll give you a clue. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. You're right. A meteorologist or weather forecaster is a person who studies the weather and atmosphere. Meteorologists, they use certain media like the internet, television, and radio to report weather. Meteorologists use weather instruments to record the weather. Let's look at a thermometer. A thermometer is used to measure temperature. And temperature is how hot or cold something is. Do you know which unit we use to measure temperature? Yes, we use degrees Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius. Another weather instrument is a rain gauge. A rain gauge is an instrument used to measure rainfall. In the Bahamas, rain showers may occur at any time of the year, but most rain falls between May and October. Have a look at this instrument? What do you think this instrument is used to measure? Very good if you said wind direction. Wind direction can be measured using a wind vane. Do you know that you can also measure the speed of wind? Do you know which instrument is used to measure wind speed? Awesome! An anemometer. An anemometer is used to measure wind speed. We also have a barometer, which is used to measure air pressure. The Bahamas is affected by hurricanes between June and November. During these months, we should always ensure that we are prepared. If you don't know already, then you should take the time to learn about ways you can prepare for a hurricane. Let's look at these two pictures. One picture is showing two children playing in the snow in Canada. And the other picture shows two children playing at the beach in the Bahamas. Do you think these two countries have the same climate? You're right, they do not. What about the way they are dressed? Yes, absolutely correct. Well, how does climate affect the way people dress and live? So that brings us to our next vocabulary word, climate. What does the word climate mean? Climate is the average weather conditions year after year. Scientists were able to tell what kind of climate a place had by observing the weather conditions of the area over a long period of time. In the Bahamas, we experience a subtropical climate. Our climate is warm and sunny. Thank you, students, for listening to today's lesson. Have a wonderful day.